My name is Boyd Sharp. I'm 39 years old. I'm an IT guy. Working in an office all day. I am in the biggest rut. I need a reason to get out of bed in the morning, and I don't have it.
Yeah. Boyd has no background in mixed martial arts, but somehow he came up with the idea, hey, I want to try this.
I've never been in a fight in my entire life. But in 1 year, I'm going to get in a mixed martial arts cage and fight a professional fight. When I told people that I was going to do this, they said, A, you're nuts, and B, can I come too? And I'm just trying to show that ordinary people, when they put their minds to it, can do extraordinary things.
Boyd Sharp has never thrown a punch, but he loves mixed martial arts. Tonight he's attending his first live fight. He's always wondered what it's like in the cage.
Watching it live was a bit of an eye-opener. I did not really realize the violence that doesn't translate through a television.
Still, this close-up view only makes the sport more appealing. Boyd has a plan. He wants to train for a year, then get in the cage himself. It's not what you'd expect from a 41-year-old computer expert and daddy. But if he's going to do it, it has to be now.
This is the last chance in my life where I'm going to be able to try to excel to the level of a professional athlete. Beyond the age 40, I mean, it's just not going to happen.
But if it's going to happen at all, Boyd needs training.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Boyd Sharp. Nice to meet you.
You know, cage or?
Well, I'm told this is a place to come to learn MMA.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down.
Peter Martell was trained by one of MMA founding fathers, the legendary Renzo Gracie.
So going down to Renzo Gracie's academy in Manhattan, eventually to Brazil. We made several trips. Ended up training with lots of great people. So kind of to get students, I set up challenge matches. So anybody who wanted to come in to have a fight was invited to come in and we'd fight. You know, no gloves, no rules, no mouth guards, no cups, nothing. That's kind of how I got started with the MMA.
Peter owns Titans MMA and trains fighters every day at Palooka's gym.
I'm gonna mash his face against the fence and start dropping elbows.
It's a pretty tight organization. Typically, the Titans focus exclusively on creating pros, not solving the midlife crisis.
There's all kinds of guys that come in and say, I want to be a fighter, and you can tell it's just never going to happen. But we don't discourage them. I've had some people I thought, and you know, they put in the hard work and in enough time, you know, they may not ever be a champion, but they can certainly fight and you know, have some fun and do well.
My goal is 1 year from now to step into a cage and see if I can do it.
If you stick with us for a year and you're dedicated and you've got drive, you can fight in a year. It's going to be up to you whether you fight in a year or not. If I had a nickel for everybody who told me I wanted to be a fighter, I wouldn't have to teach, or I wouldn't have to do anything. I'd be on a beach in South America somewhere. The question is, does he have the heart? Does he mind pain? Does he mind being hit? That's the big thing. That's what separates a fighter from someone who just trains.
Boyd works in the healthcare system as an IT analyst. He spends his off time with his family, in the woods hunting, or on the couch watching fights on pay-per-view.
I want to know what possesses a human being to decide they're going to dedicate their lives to training for getting into a cage and pounding another person unconscious. As a non-violent person who's never ever been in a fight, that's interesting to me.
And here's thumb.
He's not that big, and he's got a big mouth, but he's not a fighter. Not at all.
When I was a kid, I was minuscule I got hit down a lot. But I think being so small gave me an overwhelming desire to prove myself constantly. And I want to inspire people.
Peter agrees to let Boyd see what a real MMA workout session feels like.
I'm always excited when I get someone in who tells me they want to be a fighter because I want to test them and see if they have what it takes.
Guys, remember, when you're running around up top, I can still see you. Don't dawdle, make your partner down here suffer all the more. Let's go, boys! Let's go, come on! I want to see some heart here, let's go!
Titans is a fighter's gym. The training is always intense. It also gets results. Fighters from this gym compete internationally. Boyd is in a training group with up-and-coming fighters. Not the most polished prospects.
The cardio was way harder than what I thought it was going to be. Within we weren't even a third of the way through, and I was just heaving my guts up. And I realized I was going way too fast. And I tried slowing it down, but by then it seemed like a lot of my gas was gone. So I just kept, I'd do a circuit, and then I'd puke, and then I'd do another circuit, and then I'd puke again.
Drop your ass, go!
Most students drop out after this initial workout.
Your arms on your legs. Smile on your face. Arms up straight.
We never want our fighter to lose because he's tired, so we drive them. Our cardio is intense. There's a saying, you can have 1,000 techniques, but if you run out of gas, you don't have any. We're never going to have our fighter lose because he's tired.
Boyd gets no special treatment and pays the price.
I think I broke his rib. Something popped. Harry gave me a good throw, and I didn't realize what he was going to do, so I tried to roll away, and he dropped his knees right onto my ribs. I can breathe now, but it doesn't feel too good. Peter called me in and said he wanted me to spar with a girl who I'd seen sparring with some other guys. I managed to pop her a couple of good ones in the face, which backed her off. And then the next thing I knew, staring up the lights.
Come on, guys, keep going. You guys get knocked down before him. Let's go.
He surprised me. He was a lot better than I thought he was going to be. I was happy when I punched him in the face. I could see almost a look of anger. He wanted to come back at me. That's what you want to see. That's that little spark that makes the difference between someone who's going to be a fighter and someone who's no hope.
That's what I want to see.
When I told people that I was going to do this, they said, A, you're nuts, and B, can I come too?
Boyd has no background in mixed martial arts, but somehow he came up with the idea, hey, I want to try this. How can I do this? And that's kind of a leap. It's really unusual for people to be sitting on the couch and say, I'm going to become an MMA fighter and actually do it.
This workout doesn't scare off Boyd. In fact, it convinces him that he's on to something bigger than himself.
I'm not alone. I mean, there's lots of people out there that they feel this need to challenge themselves. And they're sitting there, like me, in their cloth box, in their cubicle, ride a bus home, sit in front of the TV all night. I mean, day in, day out, month after month, year after year. I don't know how people can do it. I mean, there's more to life than that, surely to God. So we're going to try to involve at least a few more people than me in this and give them an opportunity to reach a goal or to challenge themselves and see how they come out on the other end.
Boyd believes there are many more like him who are sick of their mundane life and would be interested in trying to transform themselves along with him. Boyd calls them cubes. He convinces Peter to hold open MMA tryouts to prove his point. The top cubes would be selected to train with Peter for free for 1 year in the hopes of fighting a professional MMA fight.
A year isn't a whole lot of time, considering everything there is to know. I'm putting the Titans' name and my name on the line with these guys. They could all go in there and just get killed.
But Peter's about to find out how many people are willing to put their bodies on the line for the chance to get beaten. It's been 6 months since Boyd's first training session. It gave Peter plenty of time to get the word out about the Cubicle to the Cage training opportunity. Boyd hasn't done any physical training to prepare. That one workout months ago was the only one he had. He, along with the rest of the potential cubes, are about to get a taste of what it takes to become a pro MMA fighter.
I was the first person in line at 7 because I thought there's going to be a lot of people here really early. I kind of wanted to be the early bird gets the worm. I think in that short workout that we have, they're going to show us just how far we have to go and how much we have to learn about the sport before we can do anything like step inside a cage.
Close to 250 people came out for the tryouts. People from all backgrounds are charged up and have the chance to prove they can fight in the cage.
Okay, guys. Find a spot on the mat. Give yourself some room. Let's start with burpees. Let's go. Burpees. Let's go.
The first group of cubes have no way of knowing what to expect.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Crunches. Push-ups. Burpees.
Training consists of an intense 5 minutes of non-stop exercises, followed by 5 minutes of grappling and 5 minutes of continuous boxing. The workout is designed to push people past their limit straight from the get-go.
This is probably a lot harder than a lot of them expected. And it's still pretty easy compared to what they're going to go through when they want to fight. So they've got a long way to go.
Push-ups. Crunches. Burpees.
People in great shape, getting extremely winded and tired.
Yeah, these people that look like they exercise frequently and they're getting like pre-exhausted before the wrestling.
I'm scared a little. I'm a little bit worried.
It's not you.
The intensity filters out people within the first few minutes.
Get off of me. Come on, go. Beat it. We got to clear it. Beat it. Clear. Clear.
It's no easier for Boyd the second time around. His inactivity is evident, and he still has to show Peter if he has the heart to make a cut.
What are you doing over there? Move it. Let's go.
The training, by and large, is way more intense than what I thought it was going to be. Way harder than what I thought it was going to be. None of us have ever grappled before. We don't know how to fall down, much less how to take somebody else down. We realized very quickly that we didn't have the athleticism, the physical conditioning, or the know-how to even think about competing in MMA. And I think that was a shocking realization for a lot of us. It was for me, for sure.
Come on. Come on. Quick, kid. Quick. Go. Quick, quick, quick. Go.
Everyone is pushed beyond their expectations. People like Justin are in for a rude awakening. Of course, eating a full serving of poutine before tryouts doesn't help.
Everybody got breakfast. Breakfast over here. Here, just go for fun. Just go. Come on. Come on. Get out, Joe. Come on, Joe.
I like him. I noticed him earlier on the mat. I nicknamed him Monkey Man from his knee tucks and pushed him a little bit over here with Bunny earlier, and he really drove himself. Threw up, kept going. That's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of heart I want.
We really need a breath mint. Just remember, kids, don't eat poutine before you come.
The tryouts aren't necessarily to find out who is in the best shape or who has the most skill. Peter is looking for the ones with the most heart. People who would be companions for he and Boyd on their year-long journey. One potential cube who stands out right away is former professional wrestler Rick Doyle. Rick, a.k.a. Trash Canyon, pursued fame in the indie pro wrestling circuit. He's here to prove that he has what it takes to fight. That he's more athlete than actor.
My life's in the shitter right now, quite honestly, and I'm not sure why. And I'm looking for a way, I'm looking for a goal, I'm looking for something. And this might be the way to do it.
Rick is now trying to make ends meet at a meat rendering plant.
Basically, the rendering plant here, what we do is we take the byproducts left over from the poultry plants and basically we freeze it and turn it into food for the meat farms. Almost like a man out of place. You know what I mean? I have no real purpose in my life. I feel that I'm like a warrior. I have some sort of rage. I need to do something for me. I need to know what my limits are.
Yeah! Come on! Come on! Come on! Don't stop, Sophie! Ah! You see the power in that? My arm almost fell off.
Good job. Good job. I think valet dancing, I'll tell you that.
How's that compared to wrestling?
What do you think it was? Improvement, man.
Good job. Good job. Good way to put it in, Peter. And I'm saying you did a really good job. Good way not to quit, man. We don't need quitters here when there's guys like you around. What's your name?
Rick.
Rick Doyle? Good job, Rick Doyle, baby. Trainer champions right here.
I don't even care about mixed martial arts. I don't watch it. I don't like it. But on the same token, if you're going to put me in there, you are going to face a rage you've never felt before. Because that's what I got. And I'm kind of looking for a way maybe to focus this.
But Rick isn't the only one who showed up with something to prove. The Cubicle to the Cage MMA training tryouts attracts more than 250 potential cubes. Some unlikely candidates stand out during the grueling 15-minute workout.
Drop your knees. Come on, drop your knees.
I like Michael. I think Michael is struggling. He's obviously overweight, but he's here. He's pushing himself. He's showing a lot of heart. I bet you I could take 100 pounds off him in a year. He'd be ready to fight. Come on, Michael. You got more. I know you got more. I know you got more, Michael. Come on, let's go.
Right now, Mike. Give me some. Come on, give me some. Let's go.
I love Mike. I wrote it in my note. Fat guy. I love him.
No, that's not bad enough. Speed it up. Come on, speed it up. Speed it up. Come on, baby. Give me some. You good. You good. That's it. Ding. Beautiful lady. There's a beautiful lady with a bikini behind her. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Don't stop.
Jeff showed up with a giant braid about this long. I had no problem with braid, but he had a big nose ring, and he couldn't take it out. And I mean, he's gonna roll with a big nose ring. He's gonna get his nose torn off.
They wanted to.
Does that come out?
Only with needle nose pliers. And someone was like, "We can tape it down." And no one came back with tape though, so I don't know.
You gonna put duct tape on your head? Or something?
I don't know. That's their idea.
I need some duct tape.
Do what you can. I'll give you a minute.
I don't think it'll stay on if you start to fire that way.
Yeah. Let's get him right around the head. I don't care.
Hey guys, you guys are the best cardio on this
This is like rugby, man.
Now, that's the guy who wants it. Tape that up like that. He's got a big nose ring. He can't take it out. He's gonna get his nose ripped off grappling. He signed a waiver, right?
Yeah.
He did the cardio part, and he did some rolling, and then he wanted to quit. He had 3 minutes left. He'd gone through all that already. He had 3 minutes left. He wanted to quit, so I kind of talked to him. I was like, "You got 3 minutes."
You got 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes, that's it.
And we've all thrown up before. Don't do it. Come on, don't find the f***ing bag. Take this far. 3 minutes.
Let's go. You want to be a quitter? Let's go. Straight punches. View. Keep your guy in view. Let's go. Straight.
lost and you wanted to give up, and Peter said, Tyson, don't let him give up. So what I did is I didn't let him give up. Peter didn't let him get up. I got the crowd. I waved my hands like this to get the crowd involved into it. That's a great moment.
Tyson Cave is the WBC Continental Americas champion, as well as the Canadian and North American super bantamweight boxing champion. He's not an MMA expert, but he believes that boxing techniques are being used more and more in MMA.
MMA is a huge sport, and it's entertainment. Not a lot of people want to see this ground. They like the ground and pound, but they don't like all that wrestling. You know, who's selling the tickets? You know, Anderson Silva, Shogun, strikers. And MMA guys are realizing now that they're going to have to start using their hands more. And I think that it's progressing, and especially the guys that I work with, all my guys' hands are good who are in the MMA.
When he isn't boxing, Tyson helps Peter train fighters. Tyson is the perfect motivator for some of these potential cubes. Tyson is especially interested in the cubes who may be a little too cocky.
That's what I've been waiting for all day. Look, this is Mr. 500, everybody. He got smacked when he was in line, said he could do 500 straight. So he's going to start off with 500 punches straight. No giving up. Let's go, 500. Let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on, faster! Come on! Go, come on! Come on, 500! Straight over, now you're going like this. You're hitting like a 2-year-old. Let's go, come here. Straighten them out here. Reach them. Let's go! He said he wanted to do 500 punches, and we had a plan for him. The plan was to make him puke. And as you can see, the plan was successful, and that's what we do, baby. Told you I was gonna get you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's good. Good job, buddy. Good job. If you're puking, you know you worked. That's what happens. If you're puking, you know you worked.
This is a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it. I wish more people would come out. And, you know, I'm sad that more people didn't get to have this experience. A lot of them, I've heard, are going over the parking lot this whole long. I bet they feel better after. Cleansing.
I feel like you're gonna die.
They worked pretty hard, eh? What's up, Marla?
Oh, not too much. Can you give me a napkin?
Sorry?
Can you give me something to, wipe my face? I just kind of threw up.
Yeah. What was the hardest part of the whole thing?
Walking around afterwards, once you cool down. Can I get something to wipe the barf off my face?
I think that's what they're looking for, is the guys with the raw talent and the guys who really want it. And I think that they're going to find them here today. Some of these guys are really sincere, and you can see in their face that they really want it.
I played competitive hockey. I've been in the militia and gone through basic trades training, and I've never experienced a 15-minute shock like that. It was an eye-opening experience.
It's nice to see people that are willing to get out of their comfort zone and try something new and exciting. A lot of people walking around do the same thing every goddamn day. They're dead already. They're just waiting for the end. They don't do anything different. They don't do anything challenging. They get up, they go to work, they come home, they watch TV, they go to bed day after day after day. And what a boring life. These guys, these people get out of bed and come down and try this. These are the people who are living.
Anybody sits on their couch and says, gee, I wonder what this is all about. And I see them grunting, and I see them, really putting everything into it. I'll tell you what, jump off your couch, put on your jogging gear, and go out and run. And just start running. And within whatever time frame it takes you, your body's going to say, stop, slow down. Like, this hurts, I'm tired, my calves are cramping, I can't breathe. And if you really want to experience what this is like, keep going. Once that starts, keep running. Then I want you to think, now I know how they feel.
The vision that I had of myself, competing or training in MMA, and what I actually look like and feel like now is completely different. Way harder than what I thought it was going to be.
Of the 250 people who showed up, just 60 cubes are chosen for the second round of tryouts.
60 is too many for us to handle, and they're probably isn't enough quality competitors in that 60 for them all to go forward. We'll whittle them down, weed them out, and eventually, hopefully, we'll get down to around half that number.
Next time on Cubicle to the Cage, Lloyd and his fellow Cubes compete in the more intense second round of tryouts to see who will enter the one-year MMA training program.